daughter is sleeping, so I thought I'd take a moment just to like kind of like say what's on my mind, because today was really hard. It was actually really hard. I had a massive headache. I had so many things on my to-do list and none of them got done. Well, let me answer that. I did get up. I took a shower, brushed my teeth, washed my face, got my daughter ready. She took a bath. She got her teeth brushed. She got her face washed. We got into the world. We ate. You know, I was able to do some things that I didn't do financially. So let me not put too much on myself that nothing got done. The ideal of what I wanted to happen didn't happen. Okay, I thought I was going to be so cute. I thought I was going to wear a dress. I thought I was going to have a cute hair day. My hair was like F you. My dress was like, we're not putting that on. And then my headache that I had was like, girl, just throw on something and the rest will figure itself out. This isn't bad, okay? Like this little cute little orange little shirt with my little fitted brown pants, it's a vibe. But it wasn't the ideal I had in my head. And I think that's why I want to make this video, is because we have an ideal of what we want to happen. And I think social media, as powerful as it is, it can also be very detrimental to your mental health if you're not careful with it. So we see all the time, people have a 5 a.m. morning routine. They go to the gym, they come back home, they make a beautiful breakfast, they wash their dishes, they get ready for work. And that may be realistic for people, that may work for them. But I read something a long time ago on Pinterest, and it was like, just because your morning wasn't great doesn't mean your evening can't be great. And I was really just going to just take a nap with my daughter, because I feel like that's the type of energy that I'm on. But I was like, let me go ahead and record this video. I may not edit it the same day, but let me at least try to at least talk to the video. And then whatever happens afterwards, we'll figure it out later. But right now, let's focus on the present. And presently, I feel like it is so important to know that just because you didn't make the best of your morning doesn't mean you can't make the best of your afternoon. If your afternoon wasn't great, doesn't mean you can't make the best of your evening. And even if it's not a full 4 to 8 hours, like, set a timer. I use timers for everything. This morning when I was getting ready, I had to use a timer. I had to find an inspirational video. I had to play uplifting music. I had to do all the things that were in my toolbox just to do the basic things. Just to brush my teeth, I had to have something in the background just to get me through. And for some people, they're like, well, you should be able to do it in silence. You should be able to do da-da-da-da. Do what you need in that moment. Every day is not going to look the same. And that's something that my therapist told me a long time ago. She was like, yesterday, you made it everything on your to-do list plus more. Today, you may do the basic essentials. The best you may have had was to get up in the morning and do your hygiene routine, to do your daughter's hygiene routine, to get in the car and do the basic essentials. And that was it, okay? That's okay. And I think something that I'm really realizing is your mind can be your biggest battlefield. So I have this shirt that somebody gave to me, and I didn't really think about it until like people really started coming up to me and talking to me. But the front of the shirt says, "You are enough." And the back of the shirt says, "Dear person in the bag." I think it's like, "Thank you for being here," or something about just, "You're worthy of being here." And so many people stop me and they tell me, "Thank you. I needed that." Or I wish that somebody that took their life would have seen that. And it's like, if you can get your mental right, baby, you can do anything. Because one thing about it, I still feel a little defeated. But my friend told me something that I never forgot. She was like, you're talking like you're defeated. You're not defeated. You're going through a moment. And something that my therapist told me too was, I have situational depression or situational anxiety. I only feel it in the situation. And I really do believe that, because I have the type of personality, like when I'm really happy, I'm really happy. When I'm really mad, I'm really mad. I don't have a medium. I have either a 0 or 1,000. I don't have no in between, no 10, 20, 30, 100. It is just one extreme or the next extreme. So with that being said, when I'm happy, I'm actually really happy. When I'm stressed, I'm actually really, really stressed. And I want to encourage anybody who's playing this video right now to know that it's okay to feel whatever that you're feeling. There's nothing wrong with it. But the best thing that you can do for yourself is, there are moments where you need to rest, but there are moments where you have to get up. You have to move, even if it's just to stretch, even if it's just to get a drink of water, even if it's just to pray, to just tell somebody, hey, I'm not feeling today, so I don't know what I can give, but what I can give, I will give. Your 50%, if you use all of your 50%, you really did 100%. You gave all that you had. Every day you won't feel like 100%. And the realest thing that I heard lately, and y'all already know from my favorite podcast, For the Healthy Hoes, is if we were to just be dependent on our motivation, nothing will get done. So you have to be disciplined in some areas. There are some moments where it's like, okay, like you need to take a chill pill, relax, take a day off. But there are some moments where it's like when you push through, not only push through to the point like where you're harming yourself, but where you challenge yourself. Because sometimes we need a good challenge. We have to get out of that comfort zone and get into like, this just needs to be done type zone. And as a mom, as somebody who has to make sure like they're okay when it comes to like their finances and to their mindset and just to their overall growth, some days you don't feel like doing it. But it's about that discipline. And that's something I'm trying to teach myself in 2026 is no matter how you feel, just do it. I didn't want to make this video, but here we are making this motherfucking video. So with that being said, whatever you need to do today that you are putting off, set a timer for 25 minutes. It's called the Pomodoro method. I use it all the time. 25 minutes on, 5 to 10 minutes off, and if you can, run it back until you finish. Even if you don't finish, if you do that 25 minutes on, 5 to 10 minutes off, at least once per day, within a week, how many hours is that? It's at least 3 to 4 hours. And that's better than doing nothing, okay? So I hope this encourages anybody to know that what you are feeling is valid. It's about the reaction to how you are feeling. I always want people to respond as opposed to react. And it may sound like the same thing, but when you respond, you're more intentional. When you react, you just go off of what you feel. Take a moment. Figure out what the hell is going on. Figure out what the best solution is. And if you don't have a solution, that's okay. Just sit in stillness. It will come, okay? Talk to God. If you ever listen to the Steve Harvey morning show, he always says, talk to God. He would love to hear from you. And for real, talk to him. He would love to hear from you. Set that timer. Do what you need to do. Feel those feelings. Release them. But don't stay stagnant, because always ask yourself, would future me be proud of me right now? Would she be proud of you? And sometimes success is not always the physical things. It's not always owning the business. It's not always having a great job. Sometimes it's the internal work. You know how much internal work I have done? I have talked to God in ways I've never talked to God. I have read self-help books I never thought I would read. I have literally gone through moments of just questioning myself and journaling and things that feel so mundane, but they're so important. Having a conversation with yourself and ask yourself, are you okay? Are you well? And sometimes the answer is no. And if that's the answer, how do I fix it? Sometimes your mindset can be your biggest asset. And it's not something that people can see, all the time. They may see it through conversation or see it through how you act, but it's something that you build. Your spirit, your soul, those things that are important that people can't always see, but they may see it through your actions. When you build that stuff in privacy, it shows in public, okay? I promise you. So don't always be so hard on yourself about, I don't have this, I don't have that. Baby, you have a mindset that most people wish that they had. They pray that they could have. You have a way of looking at life that people don't even think about. I've always told people, like, my biggest thing that I've always struggled with is how bubbly I am, how optimistic I can be, because sometimes that doesn't even feel logical. It feels like, why are you happy about something that should have broken you down? But that's something that is beautiful. I have a personality where when I'm not okay, people are like, well, what's wrong with you? And it's irritating. It's like, just let me be mad. Let me be sad. But like, they're like, no, there's a light in you that has to shine. So this video is all over the place. So that's how I've been feeling, all over the place. So I pray that there's something in this video that gets you and that touches you, because it's meant for you to hear. And like that shirt says, you are enough. I wear that shirt really when I don't feel like I'm enough, without me realizing it. Like, I be going through my life, I'm like I don't feel like putting on the outfit, and I'll wear that shirt. And it's such a beautiful conversation I have with people who tell me, like, that's a dope shirt, keep wearing that, keep that mindset, keep pouring into people. Because sometimes our biggest asset, sometimes we feel like we're not doing anything, but it's how you pour it into people. Like, this video might pour into somebody who needs to hear this, who may have said, like, damn, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. But your biggest asset is you just being you. God made you for a purpose. There's a reason why you keep going through something until you figure out the answer, because your testimony is going to be attached to somebody else's testimony. Your blessing, your input is going to be something that somebody else can use. Stop living in a place of scarcity and live in a place of abundance. You are made for way more than what you're going through. And even if you feel like you're not doing everything that you want to do, start writing that down. Say, you know what, I want to get a better job. How can I do that? Can I tweak my resume? Can I network? Can I do different things? There are so many things that you need to do that maybe you aren't doing. And you're like, well, I don't have time. You have 5 minutes. The way you be scrolling on that phone, or maybe you have time. So with that being said, I'm done rambling. I just feel like I won a whole freaking tangent. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Have a beautiful day. I'm gonna go take a nap with my daughter, but be blessed and remember, you are enough. Okay? If nobody told you, Shelly told you, you are enough.